Okay, who's ready for a new story? The story's title is Always and Forever. And the author who wrote the story is Alan Durant. So we have the title and the author. Okay, ready? We have 4 characters in this story. We have Otter, Mole, Hare, it's the same as rabbit, hare, or hare. And the 4th is Fox. So 4 good friends. Okay. So 4 friends: Otter, Mole, Fox, and Hare live together in a house in the woods. Otter cooked delicious meals. Mole made things and fixed them. Hare took care of a beautiful garden. And what did Fox do? Oh, he worked more hard than any of them. He worked hard to be sure that it all ran smoothly. He was always there with a helpful idea and always with an encouraging word, telling people, "You're doing okay, good job, yay for you." All 4 of them were a loving family. They loved each other dearly. Okay? Fox, Otter, Mole, and Hare. Oops. One day, Fox became ill. As the leaves started to drop, Fox grew thin and pale and sad. One morning, he went out alone into the woods, and he didn't come back. The family found him, not move, cold, covered in leaves. He was under a tree. With sadness, they carried him home. He had died. Poor fox. They buried Fox in the moonlight in his favorite place under the willow tree. And the tree, like it cried over him. Otter and Mole and Hare cried too as they said goodbye. In the house, it was sadness. Fox's family missed him so much, and they felt lost without him. Otter said, "Fox was so wise. When I had a problem, Fox gave me good advice." And Mole said, "Yes, he was clever, too. You could ask Fox anything, and he knew the answer." And Hare said, "He was so kind and loving. When you needed a hug, he always gave you a hug." And they remembered all these things about Fox. They missed him more and more. When they talked and talked about Fox, oh, their hearts ached. So they stopped talking. Silence. And it continued. The sun, then the moon, then the sun, then the moon. Many days and days and days. It was only sadness, deep sadness in the house in the woods. The snow came and then it was gone. The trees started to become green again. One afternoon, Squirrel came to visit. Squirrel asked, "Where have you been? Your friends all have missed you." Mole said, "We've been too sad to go out." Hare said, "We miss Fox too much." Squirrel said, "Yes, we all miss him, but life goes on." Otter said, "But how can life go on without Fox?" And he started to cry. Mole and Hare started to cry too. Squirrel tried to comfort them, but couldn't. But they were pleased. They were happy to see Squirrel again, so they invited her to stay for dinner. Otter cooked a good meal for the first time in a long time. Oh, Squirrel said that was delicious. She sat back in her chair and smiled. "You know, there's one thing I don't miss about Fox, and that was his cooking. Remember that awful pie that he made?" "Oh, yes, I remember," and he smiled too. "Oh, the potatoes weren't cooked, and the pastry was burnt. Oh, Fox was a terrible cook." And Hare said, "Oh, he was terrible with fixing things too. Oh, remember when he tried to make a chair?" Mole said, "I remember, yes. The first time he sat on it, it all broke." Oh, they all laughed when that happened, and Fox laughed too. And Mole said, "Do you remember that time, Hare, when you were sick and Fox tried to help with the garden to pull up the weeds? But he pulled up the carrots instead." Oh. They all laughed, remembering these funny stories. It had been a long time since Otter and Mole and Hare had laughed. Before Fox had gotten sick, there was always laughing in the house. After a while, Hare said, I'm going to make a special garden for Fox under the tree. I'm going to plant carrots there. And Mole said, I'm going to make a bench so we can all sit on it. And Otter said, once a month, I'm going to make Fox's favorite potato pie. Squirrel said, don't burn it. No, Otter said, I won't burn it. And that's what they did. Often they sat together on the bench that Mole made in the garden that Hare made, full of Otter's pie. Oh, and they just remembered and told, happy times. And they laughed, and they felt they could hear Fox laughing too. It was like Fox was still with them. In their hearts, in their memories, and with their laughter, Fox was still with them. Part of their family, good friend and companion, always and forever. Sweet, right? Nice story, remembering a good friend who died, but they can tell stories and remember back. Maybe you have people in your family who have died, and it's sad, but you want to remember about their life and the times when you were with them. All right, take care, be safe, be healthy, and I will see you soon. Bye.